上午的下半场，我们即将开始，紧接着是由 Oceana Philippines 的副主席 Gloria Ramos 女士为我们带来的主题演讲。Oceana 成立于2001年，是国际间最大的海洋保护倡导组织。Oceana 与政府及关键合作伙伴共同携手，以海洋保护区形式一同守护菲律宾海域，在多处水域禁止商业捕捞，保护家计型渔业渔民的生计，提倡粮食安全以及降低贫穷。让我们现在欢迎 Gloria Ramos 女士上台为我们进行精彩的 keynote speech。
Thank you. Warm greetings to all our participants and officials of Taiwan Philanthropic Study Institutions and the National Museum of Marine Sciences and Technologies, and my dear colleagues. It's a great honor to be with all of you in this highly significant forum to tackle challenges and share measures and solutions to ensure ocean sustainability amid the dire and already felt impacts of climate change.
首先，很高兴能够参与2019国际非政府组织年会。那我想要特别借此跟我们台湾公益研究会赵理事长，还有国立海洋科技博物馆的2位主任申招呼，还有感谢各位 NGO 的伙伴共同的一致参与。
We bring to this gathering our respective lessons learned from our unique social, political, and ecological situations, as well as the common challenges we face and the collective aspirations in this meaningful journey of protecting our natural life support systems and our people, now ravaged by human-induced pressures on our ecosystems.
那我相信在今天的论坛里，我们现场的 NGO 伙伴能够彼此分享各自独特的一个背景，还有我们所处的社会、政治及生态的议题。这都会是对我们大家非常宝贵的经验分享。那同时，我们在世界各地也遭受到许多人为破坏的自然环境所带来的这些严重的冲击。那与此同时，我希望我们大家都能够有一个共同的使命，在许多的地方去勇敢去面对我们所面临的困境及挑战。那我们也希望大家有一个永续的愿景在心中。
Is it possible to reverse the tide of ecological devastation and the impacts of climate change? Of course, it is never too late.
我们是否有可能扭转我们现在面临的生态破坏以及气候变迁的冲击呢？当然，为时还不晚。
Giving up in surrender to the sad but still pervasive state of denial, inaction, and indifference to the gravest challenges of our time is never an option, if you ask me.
所以很多人质疑说，我们NGO在对环境的这些改善这部分的致力，是不是真的能够带出有效的作为？但是这比那些漠不关心、毫不过问的人其实更好。所以，就你如果问我说，我们是不是应该致力下去？是的，我们必须要继续努力。
I chose to share with you from this presentation Oceana's experience in effecting science-based national fisheries reforms in the Philippines since 2014, when Oceana set up its office in the country. I hope to inspire, motivate, and to learn as well from you on your collective experiences and insights in this journey to have sustainable management of our oceans.
Oceana 在2014年成立以后，便开始以我们科学为基础，然后在菲律宾的渔业方面推出我们许多相关的改革。那我们这部分有非常多的经验，通过我们的经验分享，希望可以给各位带来一些启发。那也希望我们可以持续为海洋的管理尽一份心力。
As this slide will show, I'll speak on the state of our fisheries, both in the Philippines and in the global level, and introduce you to Oceana, a science-based international non-government organizations, its specific and time-bound campaign goals, and share our strategies and approaches in achieving victories and milestones for our oceans. Likewise, I intend to propose ways forward to ensure sustainable oceans and healthy communities for all.
首先，我要谈谈菲律宾及全球渔业的概况。那我要先跟各位介绍一下什么是 Oceana。我们是一个以科学为基础的国际非政府组织。那我们有相当的具体的这些目标，那我们有相当具体的这些时间进程，我们有这些目标要去完成。在菲律宾达成的计划成果会跟大家分享。那告诉大家说，我们用的是哪些的政策以及方法。
The September 2019 IPCC report on oceans and cryosphere in a changing climate, and the recent December 7 IUCN report on our oceans losing oxygen due to ocean warming and nutrient pollution are indeed wake-up calls for urgent action for us to work together in saving our oceans and restore its abundance now.
联合国政府间气候变迁专门委员会就是 IPCC， 在2019年9月发布了气候变迁下的海洋与冰冻层特别报告。那当中也有国际自然保护联盟 IUCN 在12月7日相关的这些海洋暖化及营养污染食物的这相关报道。那这都告诉我们说，海洋含氧量下降是非常大的一个警讯，我们需要有立即的行动。
Not many are aware that our oceans are worth $24 trillion at the very least.
那很多人都知道说，我们的海洋价值至少23兆。
All people on Earth depend directly or indirectly on the ocean and cryosphere. The global ocean covers 71% of the Earth's ocean and contains about 97% of the Earth's water. The cryosphere refers to frozen components of the Earth's system. Around 10% of Earth's land is covered by glaciers or ice sheet. The ocean and cryosphere support unique habitats and are interconnected with other components of the climate system through global exchange of water, energy, and carbon, and that came from the September 2019 IPCC report.
IPCC 2019年的报告指出，地球上所有的人类直接或间接的仰赖着海洋及冰冻圈。那海洋覆盖着地表71%的地面积，那也占地球上总水量97%。冰冻圈是指地球表面水冰冻的部分。那这地表约有10%是冰河及冰川。那海洋及冰冻圈提供独特的生态栖息环境，透过水、能量和二氧化碳的交换，与全球气候的其他的因素息息相关。
So in addition to the role within the climate system, such as the uptake and redistribution of natural and anthropogenic carbon dioxide and heat, as well as ecosystem support, services provided to people by the ocean and our cryosphere include food and water supply, renewable energy, and benefits for health and well-being, cultural values, tourism, trade, and transport. The state of the ocean and cryosphere interacts with each aspect of sustainability reflected in the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs.
海洋和冰冻圈除了在气候方面扮演重要的角色，包含吸收及重新分配自然及人为产生的二氧化碳与热能，海洋与冰冻圈同时也支撑着广大的生态系统，并为人类提供食物、水源、再生能源，对人类健康福祉的益处也极为庞大。那当然，当中也有许多的文化价值、观光旅游、贸易及交通。都跟海洋与冰冻圈息息相关。那联合国永续发展目标就是这个 SDG 当中有许多永续发展面向都与海洋与冰冻圈相互呼应着。
The loss of oxygen from the world's ocean is threatening fish species and disrupting ecosystems. A new IUCN report warns ocean oxygen loss driven by climate change and nutrient pollution is a growing menace to fisheries and species such as tuna, marlin, and sharks, according to the report by IUCN only last December 7.
国际自然保护联盟在12月7日在马德里举行的联合国国际气候变迁会议释出的最新报告指出，全球海洋缺氧现象正日益威胁着各类的鱼种，破坏生态环境。气候变迁及营养物污染造成的海洋氧气流失，对于渔业及尾鱼、马林、鲨鱼等物种已经是非常严重的威胁。
So overfishing is a global threat to the health of our oceans, and Oceana's message We save the oceans, feed the world.
那过度捕捞对海洋是一个全球性的威胁。Oceana我们想要表达的讯息就是拯救海洋就是拯救我们自己。
The critical role that fisheries could play in reducing hunger and increasing food security at local, national, and global levels can never be overemphasized.
渔业在减少饥饿并提高地方、国家及全球粮食安全方面扮演了非常重要的角色。
Oceana works to improve fisheries management, creating appropriate governance structure for fisheries and harvest control rules that can provide stability to fishermen and in the marketplace.
Oceana 致力改善渔业管理，为渔业建立适当的治理框架以及渔获控制的规则。那我们希望渔民的生活都能够借此得到一个稳定的发展。
So Oceana is a science-based organization working in countries that control roughly 1/3 of the world's wild fish catch by weight. I will just continue. The Philippines is part of a highly biodiverse country, part of 7 countries which form the Coral Triangle, which hosts 2/3 of the world's fisheries and habitat of more than 3,000 species of fish.
Oceana 是以科学为基础的组织，那我们在许多国家都有我们的踪影。这些国家控制着全球重量大约1/3的野生渔获量。那菲律宾地处珊瑚大三角的核心地带，珊瑚大三角是全球海洋生物多样性的保护，这边有超过3000种鱼类。
Okay, so these are among the 3 threats: coral reefs, overfishing. So we are an important fish-producing and seafood-producing country. Around 60% of animal protein is consumed by Filipinos that comes from fish.
那菲律宾其实是一个非常大的渔业国，那我们当中的人口其实有60%的这些营养都是仰赖于海生的生物。
Okay, so our ranking ranges from 10 to 14 depending on the production, but the Philippines, even as a small country, is considered one of the world's highest producing fish products.
在这张图上面可以看到这各国渔业的产量的状况。那即便说我们并不是排名第1，但是这个名次每年都在改变。
So this is the state of our fisheries. There are many issues such as illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing, which caused the Philippine fisheries sector to lose about 5.7 trillion in potential earnings annually. 4.9 trillion pesos was being lost to blast fishing, 6.1 billion to poaching, and 9.4 billion to overfishing every year.
那这边有许多的数字，这边我们在菲律宾非法未经通报及未经监管的捕捞行为，每年都让菲律宾的渔业损失5兆菲律宾披索。破式的捕鱼手法，还有也让菲律宾的渔业每年损失4.9兆披索。偷猎让渔业也每年损失近61亿。
The Philippines is also the most vulnerable among countries to natural disasters, so we rank 1 for natural hazard and impacts of climate change, and we have 20 to 22 typhoons every year.
那在菲律宾这边，我们也面临许多自然灾害的威胁，所以从这2张表上面，你可以看得出，在左边跟右边菲律宾的排名都是相当的前面。
So our fisheries production has been declining while prices of fish have dramatically increased over the years. Our inland and coastal waters are degraded and overfished. The fishing efforts of both commercial and municipal fishers are beyond sustainable levels. We really need to protect and rehabilitate our coral reefs, mangroves, seagrass, and algae beds, and other soft-bottom communities. We need to establish more protected areas and sanctuaries where fish may spawn and to enforce closed fishing seasons to allow immature juvenile fish to grow to marketable size.
近年来在菲律宾的渔业量其实一直不停的下降，但是渔获的这些价格却不断的攀升。在内陆及外海这些的水域，其实都一直在退化，过度捕捞的情形其实屡见不鲜。那商业及市政府的这些渔民的活动，其实一直超过当地这些渔业生态可以自然在补足、可以永续的一个这个程度。那我们需要更多的保护及富裕，来让菲律宾宝贵的珊瑚礁、红树林、海草、海藻生态等可以能够富裕，然后还要保护其他软地质生态聚落。同时，我们也需要能够设立更多的保护区，来让鱼群可以产卵，并落实执行禁止捕捞季节的这些措施，好让这些幼小的鱼苗有机会可以成长茁壮。
So commercial fishing is banned in our municipal waters. That's from coastline to 15 kilometers because that's reserved for fisher folks. But the law is not implemented.
我们有相关的法律来禁止说，在离岸多少范围里面的水域是禁止捕捞的，但是这一条法律却没有被完整执行。
We are destroying our marine wildlife. Dynamite fishing is a big issue.
所以我们一直不断的在破坏我们的渔业的这个环境，那这当中也看到很多人用爆猎物来去捕鱼。
And of course, ghost fishing.
那当然还有这个 ghost fishing.
Yes, and bycatch is a big global problem, not just in the Philippines but all over.
那这 ghost fishing 的这些问题在菲律宾是一个非常大的一个问题。
So we are in a state of crisis. Declining fish catch is a food security issue in the country.
所以我们现在面临非常大的一个威胁，在菲律宾渔获下降，其实对我们的食物安全造成非常大的威胁。
So our fisher folks are the poorest of the poor. It is ironic that we are considered the center of marine biodiversity, but the benefits have not trickled down to our artisanal fisher folks.
在菲律宾，这些捕鱼的渔夫其实是非常贫穷的一群人。那很可惜的是说，即便说这个产业在我们国家是占非常大的一个占比的一个产业，但是这当中的利益却没有往下分享给这些渔民。
So we also have very weak fisheries management. All of these problems of lack of capacity of the staff, of agencies, overlapping functions, data deficient, and scarcity of information and decisions not based on science.
那我们在菲律宾面临的问题是说，许多渔业管理的决策其实都有它的缺点。那当中有几个因素就包含说，政府机关的功能重叠，相关的资料及资讯不够充足。那这些决策的人很多时候的决定是非常武断的。那这当中在决策的时候又缺乏科学根据以及公民的参与，相关的政治在治理的时候其实也不够透明，政府的能力也不足。
The good news is we have very strong legal framework. We have among the most progressive environmental laws with citizen suits and measures to fight strategic lawsuit against public participation, or in other words, harassment suits against advocates and enforcers. And our Supreme Court has crafted the world's first and only rules of procedure for environmental cases in April 13, 2010.
好消息是在菲律宾这些立法的框架其实相当的健全。那在菲律宾，我们有最为先进的环境法令制度，我们有公民诉讼的机制及措施，来让大家可以针对这些公众参与的策略来提出相关性的诉讼。那菲律宾最高法院在2010年4月13日也制定了全球第一部的环境诉讼设计程序法。
Okay, so I'll just skip on this because for lack of time. So these are our overarching goals: rebuild fisheries by overhauling management, improving enforcement, and protecting habitats.
因为时间关系，我要透过几张投影片。那这边整体的目标就是要透过改革管理、改善执法、保护栖息地等方法来改善菲律宾的渔业情况。
So how are we achieving our victories? So these are our 5-point strategies. We use direct advocacy, law, science, grassroots participation, and media. So with such an organization of 17 people, this has proved to be very essential in promoting our advocacy to save our oceans.
所以就 Oceana 来说，我们要怎么去达成我们的目标呢 ？Oceana 透过测试这5个重要的策略来去执行啊。首先，我们要实行改革的方法有透过法律、科学直接倡议、基层的草根参与以及媒体的善用。
So Oceana came in 2014. By 2015, the Fisheries Code was amended to have strong measures to fight illegal fishing. So it was a big step in stopping illegal, unregulated, and unreported fishing and the push towards sustainable management of our fisheries. The features include the following: vessel monitoring system, on-board inspections, administrative tribunal, citizen supervision, anti-strategic lawsuit against public participation measures, and no restraining order for enforcement of fisheries laws for lower courts.
Oceana 在2014年成立，但是在2015年的时候，我们就是促成了这个法律的修订啊，这是菲律宾打击 IUU 的这些非法行动的一大进步。我们通过这样的一个法律的修订，有助于菲律宾渔业永续管理。其中最显著的这些成就包含了渔船的监控系统、船上稽查人员、行政法庭、公民诉讼条款、打击公众参与策略诉讼等措施。地方法院也可以执行发出限制令等这些活动。
So Oceana is known for its specific time-bound campaigns and anchored on 3 pillars: enforce quotas, habitat protection, and reduce bycatch. Our CEO, Andy Sharpless, said, "We have fished the ocean for so long that in some cases we do not even understand how abundant it could be, and that we underestimate the opportunity that we will gain by putting in place these 3 basic things: quotas, habitat, and bycatch protections."
Oceana 的具体目标都有一个明确的执行时间，那我们都以3大基础为支柱。那其中这3个就是执行配额的制度，然后栖息地保护以及减少混获。然后我们的 CEO Andy Sharpless 就说过，人类在海洋从事渔业捕捞时间已经相当久了，是我们回馈的时间了。那我们其实不太了解海洋的丰富程度，也低估了可以实施配合以及保护栖息地等这些相关的措施。
Okay, so having science-based management is one of our campaign goals, and we got it this year. Our Department of Agriculture, Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources came up with this administrative order which established 12 fisheries management areas in the entire country for conservation and management of fisheries. It is significant because there is now a decentralized, science-based, participatory fisheries management in each of the 12 areas, with science advisory group and management board, which is a co-management of local and national government agencies and stakeholders, and harvest control rules to ensure that management is sustainable.
所以，菲律宾渔业及永生的职员局在2019年1月28日发布了渔业行政命令第263号。那内容是建立渔业管理地区，以保护及管理菲律宾水域的渔业活动。渔业地区管理地区这些制度将有助于防治这些过度捕捞，并成为真正以科学为根基，让大家有参与的一个这些管理基础。
So you might ask, what propelled action by the otherwise quote-unquote lethargic administrative agency? We went to court.
所以你可能会想说，那我们是怎么样采取行动呢？那我们的做法就是上法院。
So we went to court through continuing mandamus to compel our Fisheries Bureau to come up with the rules for vessel monitoring, establish rules and reference points and harvest control, catch documentation, delineation of municipal waters, among others, for full compliance of laws and rules.
所以这张投影片里面就可以看到我们的同仁去上了法院，然后去想办法向有关单位提出行政诉讼，让大家可以去配合我们，然后真正去有效地去落实渔获控制的规则，以及实施渔获捕捞的记录。
So this is what happened after we filed the case. There were several public consultations made, and as you can see, after 2 weeks after our Fisheries Management Council approves the draft rules on fisheries management areas, and January 28 before issuing the rules on establishing 12 fisheries management areas.
所以在这张图影片上面，你可以看到说，当我们提出这个行政诉讼之后，后续的发展，那才过了2周，你就可以看到相关的草案通过了。那在1月28号的时候，你就可以看到说，我们已经建立12个渔业的保护区。
So this came from the slide of the Fisheries Bureau. They acknowledged the role of Oceana in the establishment of FMA rules, Fisheries Management Area rules. So this was presented in the Science Sea Civil Society Organization meeting in March 7, 2019. So this is the history. So Oceana convened in 2016 the first science advisory group in the country. The people you see are foremost fisheries specialists who agreed to group together and start talking among themselves on what form of interventions were needed by the country.
所以在刚刚几张图片里面可以看到我们相关工作的努力的进程。那在2016年8月的时候呢，Oceana就召集了相关的科学家，召开了第1场的渔获控制规则的研讨会。那再来，你也可以看到在这张图片里面是我们相关渔会的这些专家、专业人员。那Oceana与渔业局合作，建立了第1个科学的咨询小组。
So I mentioned the Visayan Sea. It used to be the richest spawning area of sardines, and it has collapsed. So it's the first fishing ground to have a science advisory group. Oceana was this science-based conservation and management measures will be embedded in the management plans, but we need to have the management board constituted.
所以在这个咨询小组成立之后呢，我们在菲律宾挑选了一个生产沙丁鱼的一个区域，然后邀请这些相关的人员来进行的考察，然后制定相关的保护规则。
Okay, so this is a picture of our partner, the Commission on Higher Education, who will fund in full training, capacity training for our scientists from state universities and state colleges, which are found all over the country.
所以这张图里面可以看到与我合影的是我们国立大学的相关高等教育的委员会的成员。那我们希望可以在高等教育里面纳入我们相关的法规的教育，建立大家的能力来去参与。
Okay, in the next subsequent slides, I will share with you the case study, the journey where a non-government organization such as Oceana was able to achieve victory for our oceans through protection of a very iconic place. This is the Benham Bank. So in 2016, we were the only non-government organization which joined the government and expedition to Benham Bank, or the Philippine Rice, and we provided the much-needed technology that will provide pictures and data for our scientists. As you know, research and development is not being prioritized in the Philippines. And I will show you that the pictures that we shared to the public and our collaboration with the government, stakeholders, private sector were instrumental in having this iconic and very important biodiversity place protected by a proclamation of the President. So this is Benham Bank. nearly doubles the size of the Philippines. It is bigger than our major island, Luzon. It has 13 million hectare extended continental shelf, validated in 2012 by the United Nations Commission on the Limits of Continental Shelf.
那我接下来要跟大家分享一下我们相关工作的计划及成果。那我们当中其实跟政府去参观了Benham Bank 这个班哈姆暗沙这个部分。那我们有一个考察的任务，这个地区其实占地3000万公顷啊，相当于菲律宾最大岛的2倍。那我们其实在当中其实受到总统的公务及相关法律的保护。那我们是整个菲律宾唯一参与这次考察任务的一个 NGO 团体。
So what do we see in the Philippine Rise? It's the only place in the Philippines with 100% coral cover. Our corals are badly damaged, but it's the only place where you can still see more than 100% coral cover. And this can serve as potential source and refuge for shallow reef organisms that may be affected by climate change.
那在这个地方，你可以看到这些海底是100%有这些海底生物覆盖的。
It's also the only known spawning area of the Pacific bluefin tuna, which is considered one of the most expensive fish in the world. Scientists have also identified more than 150 species of reef fish in Benham Bank.
那在这个班哈姆暗沙这边，其实也有相当大的这个尾鱼的鱼种。那在当地也是一个非常受欢迎的水上活动的一个据点。
So even the conventional parties to the Convention of Biological Diversity in Mexico in 2016, 196 countries declared the Philippine Rise, and part of which is Benham Bank, as a pristine and unique area for biological productivity, diversity, and naturalness. That's how important it is.
那在2016年这一个墨西哥的生物多样性的会议里面，大家也一致的认同啊，这边有196个国家的与会人士，他们都认为这个班哈姆暗沙是一个非常值得保护的一个美丽的环境。
So these are made headline news. These pictures are all from the device that Oceana brought into the expedition. And we have used this picture to have more people take ownership of Benham Rise, which should be protected. So in our constitution, it is there that the right of the people and their organizations, effective and reasonable participation at all levels of social, political, and economic decision-making shall not be abridged. So NGOs and people's organizations are recognized to have the right to participate in decision-making, and we do this through manifestos. And in the next slide, we had a website to support the protection of Philippine rice, and we were able to have more than 26,000 signatories, which we used in our advocacy.
在刚刚的3张投影片里面，第一张是这些媒体的报道，那这里面你可以看到许多的渔具，这些都是人们使用之后所遗弃的。然后再来第2张投影片里面，可以看到说，这是我们菲律宾相关的宪法，这当中保障了 NGO 及人民团体参与这些栖息地的保护的重要工作，我们是有这个权利去保护它。那在这张投影片里面，这是我们一个收集大家联署的一个网站，这当中其实我们收集了26000笔签名啊，这告诉我们人民是有声音的，我们是可以去参与这些相关保育的活动。
So we collaborated with all the stakeholders, such as those from the executive department. Malacanang is where the president holds his office. And so with me, on the upper picture on my right, is the executive secretary. Then to his right is the defense secretary. And to his right is the National Coast Watch Council chair. So these are all powerful figures, and we were together because there was a perceived threat, because China was doing marine research in Philippine rice, and many people were angry.
那从这几张投影片，你可以看到说，我们菲律宾非常重视渔业这部分的保育。那在这张投影片里面，你可以看到我还有这些政府的高层，包括来自总统府，还有我们国防部的这些代表，在这个签署的仪式里面誓就是要去保护我们的这些渔业的产业，还有这些保育地啊。那在菲律宾，其实外海有这些中国的渔业调查的这些活动在进行当中，那这是目前正在进行，这也让菲律宾的人们非常的生气。
So we did exhibits at our Congress, House of Representatives, and the lower house, and the Senate, and they all committed to protect Benham through a law, and we were everywhere, in universities, in Manila, outside of the country, in Siliman, even law students, and malls. This is the BGC, even private sector, Rotary Club of Manila. So we mainstreamed the issue of Benham rice and the need for its protection in various fora. And to get the attention of my generation and younger generation, we have Love Benham Day, we followed Beatles we have something like that. And it got the attention of media.
那我们 Oceana 对班哈姆暗杀这部分的保育真的是非常的强力的在执行当中，所以你可以看到刚刚的投影片里面，我们不止到这些立法院、到这些下议院等这些地方去找所有的这些政府代表，还有立法委员等来去参与，然后我们也到各级的学校去宣扬这相关的知识，所以你可以知道说各个年龄层的人都知道这个地方的重要性以及它的美好。
Fast. So we are the only NGO who wrote the president to declare Benham Bank as a no-take zone, and we got the former president Ramos as a strong ally. And on May 2018, 2 years after the expedition, the Benham Bank was declared, and portion of Philippine rice was declared as a protected marine resource reserve. It was definitely a victory, not just for the oceans, but not just for Oceana, but for our oceans and our people and our fisher folks who use Benham Bank as a fishing ground.
在刚刚的影片里面，我们可以看到一张正式的文件的签署。那这是我们 Oceana 正式写信，也是唯一的 NGO 写信给我们总统说，班哈姆暗沙必须要成为一个渔业的一个环境的保护区。那你可以看到这一个法案的通过，真的是我们一个一大的成就，因为这个地方不单只是人民而已，还有渔业，还有全世界的人，他们都需要去认识到的。所以在这边你可以看到我们前任总统的一个背书，这是我们 Oceana 取得的非常大的一个成功。
Okay, so takeaway and recommendations, if applicable, we really push for collaboration among various stakeholders, accountable governance, and that's where we sued if agencies do not do their job, and we have transparent governance. We created an online platform for reporting illegal fishing. This is a partnership of Oceana and the UNINGO municipalities of the Philippines. So we show where lights, nearest data, lights are detected, which show municipal fishing in municipal waters. And likewise, we have to emphasize the role of media in communications and strengthening of partnerships. So this is what we intend to get out of it, and we are seeing reforms taking place in some of the areas of the country, and we are just so proud that it is happening. So we're all together, let's save the oceans, feed the world, and fight climate change. Thank you.
在这刚刚几张投影片里面，我们希望的是通过 Oceana 的这些倡议，我们可以带动大家的齐心协力，一起让海洋永续下去。那我们希望可以以科学为基础来制定新的这些政策，那也可以持续推动永续管理及预防过度捕捞等这些，然后去落实相关的法令，来去实施真正的去保护栖息地。那刚刚其实有几张投影片里面，它就显示了一些数据。那这些是我们在执行我们倡议的这些活动，其中一个就是去监督海上的这些渔船。那当某些市政水域如果有这些捕捞行为出现的时候，你就会看到那个警示灯出现，那我们就会去通报。那这是我们大家必须要去携手协心，一起来去努力的。所以现在迫切的需要集体的行动，让我们一起永续海洋。好，谢谢我们的今天。